Joining us now, we continue more with Speaker of the House, former Fox News contributor Newt Gingrich. When you look at that history, and then you think of Susan Rice, John Kerry, and President Obama, oh, that red line in the sand, they got rid of their chemical weapons. Then you add to that equation the idiotic deal with Tehran. You wonder, when are we going to learn the lesson? Thoughts?
Well, look, they're never going to learn the lesson because they're left-wingers who live in a fantasy land where nothing's ever real. 20 years of experience with Korea, doesn't matter. All the years we've had of experience with Iran, doesn't matter. The total fiasco of Syria, doesn't matter. The failure of Libya, where they got rid of Gaddafi and replaced him with chaos, doesn't matter. If you're a really deeply committed left-winger, you live in a fantasy world. None of this is real. None of this matters. You go around drinking your white wine at the college faculty reception, speaking pious baloney, and what Nassim Taleb called intellectual yet idiot. These are people who have big words and no knowledge, and that result is that while they have a phony education, they have no wisdom. And so I'm never surprised by them. Yeah. You know, you watch Hillary Clinton with Lavrov, the Russian foreign minister, then you watch John Kerry with Lavrov, then you watch Rex Tillerson. The difference between a real leader and these two was obvious just if you put the pictures side by side.
Mr. Speaker, I know you're known for being a great politician, but having known you all these years, I know that really deep down inside you're a historian and a professor at heart. With that said, 9/11 wasn't that long ago. And if you go back to World War II and Nazi Germany, historically it really wasn't that long ago. Or under Stalin, some 30 million people slaughtered. It's not that long ago. It seems to me that we always, it's like human beings are incapable of recognizing human evil. And in both these instances, it seems like A squared plus B squared equals C squared. You got a crazy despot in North Korea or mullahs in Iran married to nuclear weapons. We have a potential human catastrophe of historic proportions. I would think everybody would get that.
Well, look, Diana West wrote a brilliant book called American Betrayal, which I recommend to everybody, because in American Betrayal, she outlined, for example, that the New York Times reporter in Moscow conspired to not tell the truth about the famine Russia had created, that Stalin had deliberately created to kill off the middle-class farmers. You go back and look again and again, you find the left. Fake news has behind it fake education. Yeah. And it's these two groups, the professors who lie, the reporters who lie, leading to the politicians like Obama, Rice, and Kerry who lie.
That's such a good point.
And it's a grave danger to the survival of our country.
By the way, your old district in Georgia is in a little bit of jeopardy for the Republicans. They got a primary tomorrow. Well, they have an election tomorrow, but there's so many Republicans running, there's no consensus candidate. And a Democrat basically running unchallenged. If he gets to 50%, that would be your seat going to a Democrat.
That's right. I'm very concerned that everybody who's watching us tonight, call, tweet, email, Facebook your friends. If you know anybody who lives in North Georgia and the 6th District of Georgia, please remind them to vote tomorrow. If every Republican votes, we'll be fine. There will be a runoff and we'll beat him. But this guy, the Democrat, has gotten $12 million because the liberals all across the country sense a chance to embarrass the president. So it's really important that everybody who's watching us tonight, Sean, you know, get out there on whether it's email or Facebook or Twitter, whatever you do, or calling, let your friends know, your relatives know, they must vote tomorrow if they live in the 6th District.
All right, Mr. Speaker, always good to see you. Thank you for your time. Important vote tomorrow. Agreed.